Headline: Crypto bulls see Bitcoin flying above 100,000 after ETF approval. And headline: Cathie Wood sees Bitcoin price reaching 1.5 million by 2030 after ETF approval. And welcome back to the channel, everyone. Even though Cathie Wood made a very bold prediction at 1.5 million, the current price of Bitcoin is 42,241, down about 8.91%. And so this is after the Bitcoin ETF. It appears to be a big pump and dump with all the ETFs. And remember, much of Wall Street was involved with this. And this is the headline written by me. YouTube crypto bros are shills. And dated January 13, 2024 at 7:58 a.m. If you don't know what a shill is, we'll read the definition of this here. Shill, informal, North American. And the definition is an accomplice of a hawker, gambler, or swindler who acts as an enthusiastic customer to entice or encourage others. And that's basically the gist of it. Is a lot of these people on YouTube, even a lot of the people on Wall Street, or even Cathie Wood is out there telling you, hey guys, it's time to buy the hype. But you see what happens. And I hope you guys learn your lesson from this kind of stuff. Be really careful out there. There's people out there who will lie to you for money. That is a real thing. And remember, a lot of this crypto craze is based on the greater fool theory. The basic gist of it is I'm buying something, I'm an idiot, but I think I can find an even bigger idiot, right? That's the basic idea. And there comes a point, though, when you run out of bigger idiots. And as it turns out, though, Michael, was it Saylor? He was selling stock ahead of the Bitcoin ETF release. So it was like the first week of January. And evidently, I guess he's making like $20 million off of this, but I guess there's more sales planned. It says here, plan is for the co-founder to sell as much as 400,000 shares. He's one of the biggest Bitcoin bros out there. And it's interesting because they're saying, no, this isn't, insider sales. This isn't corruption. This isn't anything like that. We had this all planned from the very beginning. So... True story. So you can decide what kind of plan that means. If this was literally all planned out, a year in advance of that, he would be selling the week before the launch of the Bitcoin ETF. So the timing is actually very favorable for him, of course. Moreover, it wasn't just him selling. A lot of the Bitcoin miners stocks were down. So it says here, Bitcoin miners drop 10%. And a lot of these sort of Bitcoin boys and girl pumper shills, they like to tell you that this is the greatest transfer of wealth in history, all this kind of stuff. Well, that was true to some effect. Just ask Michael Saylor. He's certainly making money off of this stuff. Moreover, look at this headline. 4 billion of new Bitcoin funds change hands in first trading day. I would also argue that this is the greatest transfer of intelligence in human history. I know I'm really being mean today. But guys, it wasn't like this was unexpected. The sad thing is that people fall for this stuff over and over again. I honestly didn't think that crypto would come back because, after seeing the whole Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, all that kind of stuff, like the really, really crazy stuff, come and go, I was like, all right, it's finally over. But yeah, we did see a resurgence. And then there was that pumping up to the ETF thing. And I've never been like, hey guys, you got to get this stuff. I'm not into it. I get it. There's people who think this is the future, but we'll see. I mean, you can read the headlines for yourself. Bitcoin's Wall Street debut ends in tears for futures traders, leads to 83 million in liquidations. And not everyone is on board with this ETF stuff. In fact, I live in Korea, so even if I really, really, really wanted to buy one of these things here in Korea, you can read a headline. South Korean regulator warns brokering U.S. Bitcoin ETFs locally may be illegal. So they're trying to stop this stuff here. I'm sure there's some people out there going, hey, I really, really want to buy this stuff. You're such a mean government, you mean Koreans. But, this is something that is really up to debate whether or not we should, legalize this stuff. Should we legalize that one group of people can basically take all the money from another group of people and tell them, hey, I've got your money, but you've got my shiny ETFs and you can download them or whatever. And this is just all digital stuff. This is all it is. So, I understand that there's people out there who, really are into this stuff. And I understand it's the most popular thing to do. And if you want to make a lot of money, just shill crypto. You can make a ton of money doing that. It's not ethical. I mean, I'll just tell you the truth, it's not. But people do make money on these things, which I'm also telling you the truth. So you have to do what you consider right. But understand these kind of things is that this is all based on the greater fool theory, and essentially you're just stealing from other people. So I'm not into this stuff myself. Moreover, it seems that our whole financial system is a bit of a slowdown in terms of hiring. This came out, which I tell you guys a lot on this channel, when companies are firing, is Citibank. They're cutting 20,000 jobs. It's actually pretty significant. So that's 10% of their workforce. And moreover, there was a crazy story that came out. And there's always something crazy with the banks. I'll just read the headline here. Morgan Stanley will pay $249 million to settle criminal, you heard that right, criminal SEC block trade probe. So basically what it was, there was this guy here. His name was Pawan Posse. He was definitely a posse. He's got a cool name, Posse, and you could translate it any way you want. But he was basically doing these sort of off public market block trades, making these big deals. And I guess Morgan Stanley made like $100 million. They used the phrase, I think they called it illicit profits. Yeah, that says here. The SEC said, I'll underline here. The SEC said the bank generated more than $100 million in illicit profits as a result of misconduct by Pawe Posse, the former head of the bank's equity syndicate desk. So, the point is that why I'm kind of showing you all this stuff together, be it the Michael Saylor thing selling his, stock, or the Pawe Posse and the Morgan Stanley stuff. Just because people go on TV and they wear nice suits and they smile and they tell you that, say Kathy Wood's case, that Bitcoin's going to go to 1.5 million, just to understand that their nice suits and clothes and big smiles are coming from taking money off of you. And essentially they've found the bigger fool. That's essentially what it is, right? And I know people get sad when you say this kind of stuff, but in this regard, you got to be honest and truthful with people, because you're dealing with people's money, and it is a crazy thing. The other thing is too, is it seems that, and I'm just talking about in related news, because this relates to the overall economy. There was a bunch of hype in terms of, people spending and these kind of things recently, right? So this is in terms of travel. But Delta Airline reports that they're having a slowdown in travel. So, how does this relate to the Bitcoin, all that other stuff? Is like, during the pandemic, we're all trading. We're all like, oh my God, I can't travel. I can't go anywhere. I'm just going to stay home and buy Dogecoin, right? Lockdown ends. People are like, okay, fine. I'm going to sell my Dogecoin. I'm going to go, travel. I don't care if the airfares are really high. I'll pay whatever price. People, basically put out that all in their credit cards, got that travel bug out of the system, and now they got to pay the piper. You guys understand this? And I kept wondering, like, for all these crazy and bold predictions of, Bitcoin to 1.5 million, like, where's the money coming from? I mean, seriously, like, where's this money going to come from? We're in an era of quantitative tightening, so we're actually taking money out of the system and raising interest rates, so it's no longer the era of free money. So I just wasn't seeing it myself. I understand. I'm sure there's bulls out there named Kathy Wood that make a lot of money off telling you it's going to go to 1.5 million, but I'm not seeing it. And I do see, though, that she makes a lot of money by essentially being a shill. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this thing. Where do you think crypto and Bitcoin is going this year? And you already know my thoughts, and I'll catch you next video.